Yeah. Yeah. What's good, YouTube? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is on my iPad right now. So we finna make this video and post it on YouTube. Hope everyone's doing good. I want to just take a second and just take inventory. Or I call it consolidation. So in trading, consolidating is when the trend just horizontal lines, so like flat lines, you could say. So I take that terminology into accounting of my own life, where after I do a series of actions, when I say consolidation, what I'll do is like I'll pause and like try to take inventory of the things that are going on around me. So after I do that, then there's something in entrepreneurship. It's called conscientiousness. So conscientiousness states this: you need to do something until it feels right. That's literally what conscientiousness is. And so like for school and whatnot, like if you're not gonna get 100% or a perfect score, then don't even do it at all. Like that's what conscientiousness is. If you're gonna do like a project for either setting up like a sales magnet, if you're gonna do marketing for a product, if you're gonna do marketing for whatever the case may be, you do it until it feels right in your body. That is what conscientiousness is. And so, why this habit or this lifestyle, this instinct, you could call it, the reason why conscientiousness as an instinct is to literally the life hack and the meta to become a gazillionaire and manifest all the wealth that you want, is because you can literally program yourself to tell yourself, I will not be conscientious until I make $10 million. I will not be conscientiousness until I have $100 million. Right? You can program your body and your vessel to literally itch and scratch if you're not logistically and habitually and sophisticatedly and taking tangible actions towards building massive amounts of wealth. So, in terms of conscientiousness, why I am going to take over the entire world with conscientiousness is because me being the best rap artist ever, I will not feel satisfied until every ticket of my stadium is sold out. Like, I will not feel satisfied until every seat of my fucking stadiums are sold out. And then if people don't go, we'll find people to just pull up, right? If there are seats that are open to my concert, we'll go to the streets and then I'll fucking tell my manager to find people on the streets to go watch my concert. I want 0 seats open at my concerts, right? Conscientiousness for business meetings, right? If I have to go through 2 or 3 marketing meetings, right? And I'm trying to do like a fucking $500 million brand deal, even like a $5 billion brand deal even, right? At that point, when I'm 35, when I'm 45, and I'm doing fucking $1 trillion worth of $1 trillion worth of assets, right? By the time I'm in my 40s, I'm gonna have trillions of dollars worth of assets by the time I'm in my 40s, okay? So what I'm saying for that is, in terms of conscientiousness and why this is insane, is after I make $1 million, it's not going to feel right. I'm going to have to do it again. Then, after I make $10 million, it's not going to feel right. I'm going to have to do it again. So the reason why conscientiousness and instinct for me is so fucking powerful is because I have been programming my mind in this way. I am not conscientiousness until I have billions, trillions of dollars, massive amounts of wealth, massive amounts of assets, massive amounts of profit just piling in to me. I'm talking about straight every day. It would take me more effort, right, to try to count money than it is to just make me making money. Like, does that make sense? I will be wasting time counting money if I can just be making money. I don't know if that makes sense, but in terms of conscientiousness, right? I want to get to the point, and I think I already am getting there, to be so rich that I don't even count money anymore. That everything I just buy or whatever, or just do whatever, it's just because it is what it is. It's an asset that I'm trading for using the bartering system. So, in terms of an asset that I'm trading for in a bartering system, and why conscientiousness and instinctual feel for me is so powerful, is because in terms of performing and whatnot, bro, after I perform in the biggest venues, I'm talking literally like the biggest fucking stages in the world, and the fucking Olympics, the freaking whatever, the biggest fucking stages in the world, 250,000, 250,000 people pull up to the venues that I perform at, okay? What's so mad about me and about my conscientiousness is this. After that, I will want to do it again. After I perform in front of 250,000 people, I will want to do it again. After I make $1 trillion, I will want to do it again. This is the thing about me, is my superpower is I have the time stone, okay? My superpower is the time stone. Everything that I do, I immediately want to go backwards and then do it again. So if I had a time stone, I can do that. So this is why I'm going to be so fucking rich, is because every time I make money, I have to feel like I have to do it again. Like it didn't feel right the first time. So in terms of energy, bro, if I can make $1 billion in 1 year through my rap career, the next year I will want to do that, except I can do it again and again and again and again and again and again. So I will be making $1 billion. Then after I do it, I want to do it again. Then I'll have $2 billion. Then guess what? I want to do it again. I'll have $4 billion. I want to do it again. But this is the thing about money, and it's exponential in the compounding interest effect. 4 billion turns into 10 billion, right? This is the Fibonacci sequence. 14 billion, 24 billion, 38 billion, 62 billion. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying, okay? In terms of how ridiculous, like, so in terms of wokeness, I'm fucking woke. Like, I'm the most awake, woke individual or whatever. This physical vessel, right, is not real. That has been the biggest thing for me to understand, is like, I am very cautious, right? In the Think and Grow Rich book, he talks about being overcautious. I am very cautious because I want to protect this vessel. That's good. Why? Because this vessel is literally how I make money. So at all costs, literally this. The condition of my vessel is the condition of my money. I am fucking healthy. I am fucking emotionally and spiritually rich. So what does that make me physically and materialistically? Bro, I am fucking rich. And here's the thing, right? What is happening now in terms of manifestation, the universe, in terms of what I was saying earlier, okay? What is happening now is this. All that is happening is that the physical world around me is catching up to me. It sounds so crazy right now, but I am behind in homework for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if you could say that I'm behind in school, but I've been going to community college for 4 years. So I've been in community college for 4 years. I have not gotten my associates yet to transfer to a 4-year university, okay? What I'm saying is this, okay? in terms of, all these different things and whatever, the world is catching up to me. Now what's crazy is like you think, oh, I'm behind, there's other 22-year-old millionaires, there's other 22-year-old rappers that are already out there, there's whatever. But just hear me out, okay? I am on the right timing. I am actually ahead of the Matrix. Right? I rush so much, I'm actually in front of the Matrix. Like, I'm actually steps ahead of the Matrix. I'm steps ahead of the simulation. I'm steps ahead of the game. So now that the game is catching up with me, what I can do now is use cheater codes. I can use the developer codes. I can use, because I am already ahead of the meta. I am ahead of the Matrix, right? So I have understanding of the simulation in volumes different than other people. So what that means is that now I can add in cheater codes. I can go on creative mode and I can do things in the way that only I can with admin code, okay? The reason why a lot of other people, like for school and for work, everyone's always rushing, oh, I gotta get to class on time. Everyone's always rushing, oh, I gotta get to work on time. Why? And then even for eating or for, even the gym, whatever the case may be, everyone is in the game and they don't know that they're in the game, and then they don't know the rules, and then they don't even know how to play. Versus for me, because I am on the admin side, right, because I am ahead of the Matrix, I am ahead of the simulation, I am ahead of the game, now that I'm coding, I can program the Matrix my way, even if I'm quote-unquote whatever delayed, you could say, of the time that you're supposed to be there for class. If I'm quote-unquote delayed of the time I'm supposed to quote-unquote be there for work, or whatever the case may be. This is why it's going to be very powerful for my performances and when I do my world tour and all that other stuff. It's because I will be on my timing. And everyone that goes to those shows and is around me during this Matrix, they are going to be attuned to my internal clock, my timing, my admin timer. So with that being said, the reason why I'm able to finesse, the reason why I am able to finesse the system so well is because of these admin cheat codes, where I break the rules in such a way where I'm still following the rules, but just going a little bit out of the boundaries of that rule. Everything I do, I'm so finesse. Even if I'm failing school, I somehow get back into shape and I get like a C or even at least a B in class. On the last 3 weeks of school, I somehow do all my homework at once. So it's like, I am the admin of this simulation. I am the owner of this game. So that gives me the right, that gives me the ability to modify and to move certain levers to attune this game to the way that I enjoy. And so I think that for me, in terms of my entrepreneurial journey, right, and for my audience, which no one watches my videos, it's just me. So for myself, in terms of what I want to remark on and speak on and manifest and move forward in this journey is this. Number one, check in with yourself. Consistently be consolidating. Make sure your physical vessel is all together. Secondly, understand that this physical realm around me, that's all it is. Everything happens in the spiritual realm. Number three, understand that I am ahead. I know it feels like for a while I've been behind on the whatever, but I'm actually ahead of everyone else, okay? And finally, one last thing, and I know my mantra is to give up. So, one last thing I'm going to say, this will be very cheesy, okay, is that the faith that I have in myself is undeniable. The faith that I have in myself is undying. The faith that I have in myself is out of this world. And on top of that, it's the desire. For me, though, it's not even the desire to, materialistical wealth and money. No. For me, it's the desire for freedom. Everything and the keys that I'm taking now, and by me owning the Matrix and by me being the game developer, all of it is for this freedom. And it's in the reverse order. It's not to break out of the 9 to 5, become a multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever, and then you're free. And then you have location freedom, time freedom, and you could say work or discipline or whatever your career is freedom, okay? And you can do whatever you want in exchange for money. Here's the thing though, is I am already at that point. I literally do whatever I want. I have location freedom, I have time freedom, and I have discipline or career or whatever you want to call it in exchange for your money, your career. I have freedom. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want, because I am the admin